So let's jump right in, get some of your oracle cards and your tarot cards out and see what they thought. First we have Mouse. Okay, a little bit of maybe timid energy coming through. Let's see. We have Ace of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. Three of Wands. And the Nine of Cups. Okay. When you first met this person, they may have viewed you as a little bit shy or timid. So depending on what the circumstances were when you met them, whether you actually see yourself this way or not, you may have been in an uncomfortable situation or just a scenario that was unknown to you, but they did see you as like a little bit timid in some way at first. What's most important here is they saw you as somebody who's really gentle and also quite perceptive. So let me move this down so you can see this little card. Yeah, they were able to pick up on the fact that you are a gentle, caring person and how much you kind of like how much energy you pick up from others. They were able to see that about you right away. Was this long distance though, you guys? Was this a long distance connection? Because with this Three of Wands, I'm feeling like it could have been a long distance like meeting, like you met this person online. This might be somebody who lives at a distance from you. So for some of you, that's the case. And I don't know how you met this person, if you met them online, if you were talking on the phone with them, or maybe you actually met them, but they were from somewhere far away. There is kind of that energy coming through for some of you. If you are someone who can tend to keep to yourself a little bit or be a little bit standoffish in social scenarios, they definitely picked up on this. It's almost like they could, like they knew what you were thinking in a way, or like they noticed you picking up on all of the little details around you. They could just pick up on that from you. So if you were in a situation where you were kind of like you were in a scenario that was maybe a little overwhelming for you, even if it wasn't, I just pick up on the fact that you're a highly perceptive person, and that even if you're not saying a lot, there's a lot going on in your head. And it feels like this person, when they first met you or when they first saw you, like they were aware of this on some level. They were aware of all the little details that you perceive and maybe don't say anything about. Maybe you do in certain scenarios, but maybe you're not even speaking up about them, and most people would never know that you've even picked up on these details, but this person was able to notice that about you. They were also able to see this really compassionate side of you right away. And again, yeah, they picked up on like there's so much going on in your head, even if you're choosing to keep quiet. I feel like for some of you, you may have had a really stimulating conversation with this person right away, and it's almost like that intrigued them even more because they may have seen you as somebody who wasn't that talkative or would prefer to keep to yourself a little bit, but then you seem to kind of open up to them. I'm wondering what scenario this person saw you in, because this compassionate side is really coming through, this very like sensitive side. And I don't mean sensitive in terms of like you're going to just cry at the drop of a hat. I mean sensitive like you're very sensitive to energy. You're very sensitive to like you can really pick up on things. You can almost feel the things going on around you. You don't have to just rely on seeing them, and there's only so much that we can understand and and pick up on through sight alone. It's almost like you've got this this sixth sense in a way, and this person somehow knew that right when the two of you met. If this was like you were talking to this person on the phone or you were messaging this person and you weren't meeting them like in person, they were able to pick up on this maybe through stories that you told them or something you shared with them. You could have told them this about yourself, like how sensitive to energies you are. But yeah, they were able to pick up on this somehow. I think that they might have noticed that you seemed comfortable opening up to them. And that's what's like really cute about this, is like if you were in a situation where you didn't really feel that comfortable opening up to everyone around you, you felt comfortable opening up to them. Or if you just classify yourself as someone who can be a little bit shy or who doesn't like to interact with people that you don't know very well, if they know this about you, they didn't pick up on that. Like they were thinking that you were actually opening up quite well to them, and that they would never describe you as someone who doesn't do well in those types of situations or something like that. It's like, what I'm picking up on most of all is that they can see two sides to you. Like, even if you are a person who's very outgoing and who can be very talkative and very like energetic and social, there's kind of another side to you too that that maybe not everyone knows about. And what's most important here is this person was able to pick up on some element of your personality that isn't immediately evident to everyone. So if you are very outgoing and you kind of have this timid side to you too, but nobody really knows about that part, this person picked up on that. Even if it's the exact opposite, you consider yourself very timid, this person was able to draw out part of you that is a little bit more talkative and a little more charismatic than you might typically be. So I think this person had a lot of thoughts about you when you were first meeting them, because they were seeing so many facets and so many elements of your personality. And I think they liked that about you. They liked that there was so much to discover and that there's like little hidden, unexpected parts of your personality. This idea of you being very kind-hearted is coming through with this Queen of Cups energy, also this Ace of Swords. This person was seeing you as somebody very compassionate, gentle, kind-hearted, and also extremely smart. So they liked that you didn't allow your intelligence or your keen perception, whatever that is for you, because for some of you it's just this sense that you have that is kind of like, it can't really be explained, but it's like an ability that you have. You didn't allow any of that to make others feel small. Like, it's not something that you use against people. You are highly intelligent and you have the ability to pick up on things, but it's not something you ever use against someone to make others feel like they should be able to perceive the same thing that you do, or that they should know this thing that you know. I think you're an extremely empathetic person, and that you kind of feel like, because you're feeling and sensing the energy of those around you, you don't really like to hurt people or to make people feel uncomfortable. What I'm sensing is that this person is also very empathetic. This person, I'm thinking that you may be an empath and they may identify as an empath too. They might not even know that about themselves, but what I'm seeing here is somebody who was able to pick up on a lot of nuances about you right from the beginning, and that's probably because they were able to tap into your energy the same way that you're able to tap into other people's energy. So this is something the two of you have in common, and this might have been something that they thought right when they met you. If they're very aware of their ability to do this, then they would be aware that they were meeting somebody who had a similar gift in that way. So this might be something that they noticed about you right away. If this is someone that you are at a distance from, it's like they started running mental scenarios of how they could see you in person as soon as the two of you talked. So it seems like there were like plans being made, and this was on their mind. As soon as the two of you talked, they kind of knew that they wanted to figure out a way to meet you in person, to spend time with you in person, and to see you. With this Nine of Cups energy, they also felt that you had all the qualities that they were looking for. This is probably why they were like immediately thinking and planning of how the two of you could get closer, because they really feel like you were checking every box for them, even the smallest things that they aren't able to put into words, even things that they didn't know they were looking for in a partner, but that they can kind of like, they can sense if something's missing. That it keeps coming back to that for this reading. It keeps coming back to like this ability to sense something. So I think both of you are highly sensitive, and this person goes off of a feeling more than anything. And they felt something in your presence. They felt something that's indescribable to them, but like if it's not present, they would know and they would be kind of put off. They felt something when it comes to you. So they were definitely making plans and trying to figure out how the two of you could get in close physical proximity. If you were meeting this person in person, they were thinking about the next date. Like they were kind of ahead. They were jumping ahead in their imagination and trying to figure out the logistics of things. And that's because they really felt like, wow, this person is checking every box. This person is smart and kind, and they seem to, it's like they get me. You know, there was something about the connection that made this person feel like we understand each other on a level that I can't really put into words. Like we totally understand each other. We just get each other. We just sense each other. Almost like you don't even have to speak, but you get it, you know? It's that kind of feeling. So yeah, they thought a lot of different things. That's what's interesting about this reading. They thought a lot of things. They noticed a lot of things about you, even things that most people wouldn't ever pick up on, even people who have known you for a long time. They noticed these things about you. So let's look at how their feelings have changed since that first time that they met you or that they saw you, or how their feelings are going to change in the future. If this is the very, very beginning of the connection, we're just going to look at what is likely to happen in the future. Okay, let's see. We have maturity. And we have family. Oh, wow. Yeah, their feelings for you have grown for sure. Since that first time that the two of you connected, however you connected, their feelings for you have definitely grown. This person's thinking along the lines of marriage, of family, of children, of building the perfect life with you. They're there. And that's kind of funny because it's like I was saying, the first time that they saw you or the two of you met or the two of you talked, they were already jumping ahead in their imagination to figure out how they could progress this connection. And I feel like they just continued along this path, or they're just going to continue along this path, because it just feels like their feelings for you have matured. So they went from just wanting to spend more time with you to a much bigger idea about where this relationship could go. And also with this maturity card, they may have like very adult type, like mature feelings and thoughts when it comes to you. I think that if that's the case, which it probably is, there's a lot of emotion wrapped up in all that too. So it's not a case of just passion and just wanting to get physical with you. There's a lot of emotion, and I think the emotion came first. So if they've gotten to the point of those kind of thoughts, the emotion definitely came first. I think there was an element of emotion present when the two of you were first meeting each other, first speaking. There was already emotion present. There was already something they could sense and they could feel about you. But their feelings have deepened or will deepen over time. I also think that there's a strong indication that this person is kind of like, they're in their head about this a lot in terms of the planning, because the planning keeps coming up. This Three of Wands energy is giving me the feeling that they're really planning. So I don't know what that means to you, if this is just that they are planning to deepen the connection with you, but this might be a connection that requires a lot of planning, and that might be why this theme keeps recurring. This might be like, in order for the two of you to be together or to spend more time together, there's a lot of planning that needs to happen. It could be a logistical thing. It could be about distance. Maybe the two of you are at a distance and this person is going to have to move. They need to like find a job wherever it is that you live or something like that. So there's a lot of planning, but they're approaching this connection with a very mature energy. Like they're looking ahead and they're looking at all the details of it. They're looking at every scenario and like trying to get ahead of it. It's very thought out. It's not immature energy at all. It's very thought out energy. It's the kind of energy that thinks of every outcome and thinks of every potential and how to get ahead of any potential problem that could come up. Yeah, they're having some really strong feelings for them. Like it might be new for them. I feel like it is new for them, and it's not like it's something that they can't, like they didn't imagine happening. I think it's something they wanted to have happen, but I just think that like that connection and them realizing that you kind of like were everything that they've been asking for and everything that they've hoped for is like, it's serious to them, because I think they know that that's not like something that they can create easily. The two of you are connected over something that is unique to the two of you. So I just want to say that. I don't know exactly what it is. I feel like it's this sensitivity that you have. Like the two of you are sensitive in the same way. The two of you pick up on and perceive the same kind of like unseen things that most people wouldn't know what you're even talking about. But the two of you are connected in this way, which makes the connection very special. And it makes it something that this person doesn't want to waste in a way. Okay, let's look at your astrology card, and then we'll flip over your card, your heart card that you chose at the beginning of this reading, and see what message is on it. So on this card we have Scorpio, I transform. And here we have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So that is interesting. We have the idea of transformation coming up with both of these cards, and this is we're just looking at additional messages for the connection. So this is any information that you need about this connection. Very interesting. This really might be kind of a new feeling for them, because we're now talking about this idea of transformation and this connection helping them grow into something new. So they're growing into a different person, or they have grown into a different person because of this connection, and they've had to accept how strong these feelings are in order to grow. I love that these cards came out together, because the Scorpio card says I transform, and then this card here, it almost gives like instructions on how to transform, and that's through trusting. So I think there is an element of trust present in this connection. I think this person really trusted that this was significant in some way. They're kind of like trusting their instincts here. Another kind of recurring theme that's come up in this reading, just the idea that like there's something that the two of you perceive that other people don't, and it feels very instinctual. It feels like some sort of gift, and I think that this person is trusting their instincts and wanting to like move forward based on this instinctual knowing that they have when it comes to this connection. They're wanting to make plans, and they're looking at this as they're looking at it from a very mature place. Very thoughtful. It's a very thoughtful place. It's not something that they have just rushed into and not considered. So yeah, wow, this is actually like very deep energy here, very emotional energy, and to me it feels like the energy of the future. Like there's something here that will change things, that will transform things, that will transform both of your lives for the future. So yeah, I think I will leave the reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, letting me read your cards. If you liked this reading, if it resonated, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and consider subscribing if you feel like doing that, and I will hopefully see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!